Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la esperanza pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. Thank you for joining me today, this 8th of July, 2025. And we will be pulling in the tarot energies this Mars Day. For those of you who tune in over here and like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, I'm so appreciative of that relationship. I am so appreciative of those relationships. Thank you so much for being here. And life keeps life in, death keeps death in. How about you? My family had a funeral to go to today. It was really nice though. We got a jumper. King of Wands reversed. How interesting. So we had the Queen of Wands reversed before, pushing on that Jezebel energy. And here we have the King of Wands reversed today. You can check in on that other video somewhere around here. There ought to be like a little tab I'll put where you could check the quick hit from when we pulled the Queen of Wands reverse. But today, King of Wands reverse is going to be giving us the flavor, the sabor del día. And his flavor is that of he can use his creative life force energy or his chi or sexual energy in unwanted ways. He could be misusing his life force energy. Maybe he needs a little bit more support at this time. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of energy. I mean, here it's obvious. We're virulent. We are, upright, erect, honestly. I mean, sometimes this stuff can be just like very basic, very simple. He's got a connection to the dream realm here with the salamander symbolism. And that means that he can, he's somewhat of a chameleon, he can definitely work his dreams into reality and vice versa. Here, this guy is, I don't know, with the King of Wands reversed, I just see his energy siphoning off or a loss of life force energy getting drained, With King of Wands reversed, as we all know about how I feel about reversed cards, that usually means that I have work to do on the inside. Maybe I need to reach a little bit further into my own creative well and take more charge of my own creativity and my own life force energy and my own health. I need to do more. I need to act more, because fire energy in the tarot is action, active energy, healthy fire. So let's pray. Thank you. Okay, thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. Near past, present tense, near future. As you know, I'm sure you know, because you watched the video yesterday, right? Uranus went into Gemini yesterday, and it'll be in the sign of Gemini. Oh, how interesting. A 10, and then the Empress. It'll be in the sign of Gemini for the next 7-8 years or so. It'll dip back into Taurus a little bit in 2026, and then it'll be in Gemini for good after, I think, a couple dips. I haven't really looked into it that carefully because just much like the Jupiter in Cancer transit, it's longer lasting. So sometimes it takes me a while with these longer reverberations, sometimes it takes me a while to catch a flavor, honestly. The quick transits, the sextiles and stuff, I might not even notice if I'm not looking, But oftentimes the astrological weather does reflect, oddly enough, and so do the tarot cards. if I am not gobsmacked, you know, like the readings, especially with clients, and if you would like a reading, you can book at the link somewhere at the link, esperanzabense.com. Because, yeah, during our readings, I definitely am. I'm exhilarated, you know. I'm exhilarated. I'm wide eyed. I'm curious. I'm full of wonder. And I really hope that you are too. So with the Ten of Swords, it's about as bad as it can get. So that's good. I mean, this is just definitely like life is lifing and coming at us, and there's not much that we can do about it. Look, you know, that this could be by the river. You know, I know a lot of people right now are having a Ten of Swords moment by the river that flooded. And on the Ten of Swords, you know, I see this as a day dawning in the background, because sunsets are usually like super colorful and pink, and then sunrises are usually just sort of kind of clean, clear, bringing the darkness, bringing light, you know, to the day. After this character has really just had to surrender and accept that things are coming at them. When the swords, they deal with air in the tarot, right? So that's thoughts, communications, letters, paperwork, having to claim for insurance, like just having so much going on mentally that it breaks you. Because in the Nine of Swords, you know, you're still up at night, you're still thinking about it, you're still solving problems. At the Ten of Swords, you're just like, I give up. I'll try again tomorrow, you know? And so basically, that's about as bad as it gets for this character. And then in the Ten of Pentacles here, this is great energy for stability. Actually, this is a very prosperous energy. This is an energy that represents earth. Earth in the tarot is, how do we make money? How do we feed our face? How do we plant seeds and make sure that these seeds keep reproducing well into the future? Grapes in the tarot represent wealth, and they represent hard earned wealth, at least once you get started. You know, it takes years for grapevines to be viable, to make enough good grapes for wine. This is an elder. And then we have a couple of like childbearing age, and then we have their little kiddo kind of hiding behind mom's skirt here. And then with the well-bred dogs, I see these dogs as being like purebreds, not like scraggly old strays or anything. That this guy could be kindly feeding strays, but I think they're dogs. They're beautiful dogs, you know, with nice coats and everything, and they're part of the community. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their little enclave, right? But they're also part of a wider community. So this is also the tree of life here, in esoteric terms, that design. Ten of Pentacles is a great legacy. And then with the Empress here, well, maybe she took some of that inheritance. Maybe she took some of that legacy. And it doesn't have to be a money inheritance either. It could be like habits, genetics, actual seeds. You know what I mean? Like, I know people who save actual seeds and then they go on, you know, for the people that come behind them. Like, I know people that still have their grandma's tomatoes, you know, going or whatever. You know what I mean? With the Empress, that really embodies that imagery of fertility, fecundity, protection of Venus activities. And Venus is in Gemini right now, by the way, as well. Venus naturally rules over Taurus, though, and Taurus is the earth. And she exudes Venusian, Taurian energy, the Empress. The Empress is relaxed in her, she's not sitting in one of these like King of Wands is sitting in a throne, and he's upright, and he has to act, you know what I mean? He has to be ready for action. But she is luxuriating. And she's certainly not going to battle with this scepter that she has. She's going to tell someone else to do it for her. She has built her empire, and there might be an emperor present as well, but not necessarily. So that's what I have for you for today on the 8th of July, 2025. Thank you so much for being here. And if you've never been here before, thank you so much for Bienvenidos and welcome. Thank you so much. Bye for now. I'll see you again, God willing, mañana.